Welcome to Spoofers, the podcast where we talk about random things.
Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Spoof's Lounge. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. All you guys' comments, concerns, suggestions. It's great to see everybody kind of reaching out and tell me how they have been liking the show, what I can improve on. And it's just awesome, you know. I've got a notification from Spotify on Monday showing that I have actually received my 1,000th different listener. So that is just too cool.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
And I can't thank you guys enough, you know. Definitely not making any money on it. Definitely not Joe Rogan. Or I guess you could even say, what was another fellow's name? Theo Vaughn. Definitely not one of those fellas. But, man, it's just too cool. Like, I don't even know 1,000 people. And, shoot, we're rocking and rolling here, though. And today, I have a very special guest. And you have seen this lovely lady at all places throughout the city of Waxahachie. You've probably seen her car where it says Yammies Design on the back. You have seen this lady, if you've been to Railport or probably any major function in the city of Waxahachie. She will paint your kid's face with a smile. Definitely some crazy rock paintings as well. She has probably more plants than anyone I have ever met in my entire life. And gosh, without further ado, I just want to welcome the crazy plant lady herself, Yongie. Yongie, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Michael. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. She got her sidekick Saki today.
Yeah.
And gosh, it is cool. I want to say that you're not the first female on the show, but you are actually you're the first one in studio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Big K actually beat you, but she was a call-in, so she was like kind of like a teetering, half deal. So, yeah. But thank you for coming on the show. This is a little different experience for you, isn't it?
Yes, very much. I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, there's nothing to be nervous about. It's only on internet land, where millions and millions of people listen to you. Yeah, so I mean, are millions of people going to listen to you? Probably not, but hey, we could. But with Yongie, the sky is the limit. There is no telling.
That's right.
No telling what can.
With me.
Oh, who wouldn't? Who would not? I mean, and plus, you got adorable Saki with you right now.
Yeah.
Which she's actually gotten a whole lot bigger.
Yes. He's almost 11 months old. He is my Aussie Wawa.
An Aussie Wawa.
Aussie Wawa.
So what is an Aussie Wawa?
An Aussie Wawa. He is a mini Australian Shepherd and Chihuahua mix.
Okay.
Which was by accident. It wasn't planned.
I could see where that wouldn't be a planned attempt, but he's a cute little guy.
Perfect. Yes, he's amazing. He's so smart and lovable, and he's in training to be a service dog for me.
So what does it take for like a dog to be a service dog?
Well, they have to be able to identify the service that you need them for. And like with other my sister, gosh, I can't remember the name of this show on TikTok, but it's a dog that detects a boy is sugar levels. So they have like he's a diabetic service dog who will always do can detect in advance when his boy is either spiking or declining in his sugar and stuff. But with him, yeah, they just have to be able to do it. And all I say is that he either jumps on me or kisses me and lets me know when I need him.
When you need some emotional support, right?
Well, not emotional because I have high anxiety, depression, things like that. But yeah.
Okay.
So he's still in training, but.
Okay. Kind of, I've seen a lot of people, like, they'll say that, I have a service dog, but then it is like, your dog is just there shaking. Like,
Right.
if you have anxiety, I've seen your dog seems to have more anxiety than.
I know, yes, especially in the car, which we got to work on, but
Oh, see, so we have a dog. So whenever, so, uh, well, you know my wife, Robin,
yes.
and we got this dog. He is now, well, he's about to turn, I want to say he's about to turn 11. And she got him off of Craigslist, whenever Craigslist was a thing.
Oh, wow.
And I remember being at work and she's sending me these texts and she's like, I found the most beautiful Australian Shepherd, Blue Merle, that I've ever seen in my life, and we're going to get him. And I've seen these pictures and it's this beautiful, gorgeous dog. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. And we got him on New Year's Eve up at the Buc-ee's by Texas Motor Speedway. And come to find out, he was not on Australian. He grew up very goofy. That's our Benjamin. And he's you know what? We don't. Whenever he was growing up, he looked so goofy, and like he looked like he has the markings of a blue Merle Australian Shepherd, but he's short haired, and his legs were like super short, so he's like a low rider walking around, and he just like, he you know what, we did his DNA test and he was ended up being like 10 different. He's been loved by almost everything, but super cool dog. But yeah, he you talk about an anxious dog, right? Like he gets car sick, and I remember the first time we tried to take him somewhere, we tried to take him to the truck yard because he was a social dog. We could take him to the dog park, but the first drive, we took him to the truck yard for him to mingle. It's on the Greenville Avenue in Dallas, and yeah, that he threw up in the back seat.
Yes. That's my other dog, Soju. She's like that.
Oh, she'll throw up in. Oh, okay, yeah. So he
She
threw
does not like to travel.
he threw up in the back, and I remember Robin like trying to caress this. He was probably one at the time, but trying to like he turned green. I'm like, he's a white dog. He turned green. I'm like, this poor guy. He's having an issue here. But yeah, he does not do car rides. He's the only one out of all of ours that don't do car rides. So I got 3 other ones that do decent car rides. But yeah, him like, yeah. If we ever had to move and relocate, I don't know if he would quite make the. Yeah, but you relocated here from Virginia, correct?
Yes, I did. Newport News, Virginia, to be exact. Hampton Roads area.
Okay, that's a pretty area.
Yeah.
That's very
Again.
pretty. I mean,
I have no desire to go back. Love Texas.
doesn't look.
I don't know how. Well, it's been almost 13 years that my husband and I have lived here now. So I don't know. Does that qualify me to be a Texan yet? Or
See, I want to say if anybody moves here and they love it, it can be considered a Texan, But yeah, and then whenever, like, say if there was a situation where you had to move out, say for whatever reason you had to move to Oklahoma, you still consider yourself a Texan because nobody wants to consider themselves as an Okie. Like,
wait a minute, except for my twin sister. Her name is Oki.
that's right. That is right. You have a twin sister named
I
Okie.
do, an identical twin. There's 2 of me. We're 2 of her, actually, because she's the older one by 8 minutes.
Okay. Spook. So what is it like growing up with a twin? Were you able to play tricks on people like at school?
No, we never did that. We never, we were raised very disciplined, so we never thought of doing tricks on anybody.
I would
never.
If I had a twin, oh my gosh, like nobody would be safe.
We never intentionally tried to do it. I know there was one time that we went roller skating. So we live close to the military base, Fort Eustis. It's the Army base, and they had a roller skating rink.
And that's in Virginia, correct?
Yes, in Virginia. And I had a boyfriend, and he actually walked up to my sister and because he thought she was me, and kissed her on the cheek. Serious, she's her letter. Oh, I'm gonna tell my sister. But that was about it. It was never intentional. It was always accidental by somebody else.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Okay, so nothing. Okay, oh my gosh, I mean, well, yeah, I
But now we did the thing when my sister came back in March and April. I don't know. Were you and Robin here when she did that?
Oh no, we were in I think we were on vacation in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So she walked in with Clarence.
Okay.
And she was just kind of like, because I was kind of like going around and like, okay, do you see the bald guy? That's Troy. You see this, and this, and this, so just kind of play off like it's me. So she walks in and she's like, hi, everybody, like me, all bubbly and everything. And they got everybody. She did when they ready to trick everybody.
Good. That is good.
Oh, that was an intentional one.
Okay. I want to say if I had a twin, nobody would have been safe. It would have been a very bad situation at school. It would have. Yes, I definitely would have our twin. Yeah.
But it's funny because, and I don't know if this is this case with other twins, but for my sister and I, we are identical twins. We did the DNA test and everything just to make ourselves feel better knowing that we were identical twins. However, our personalities are so different.
Really?
Yes, so different. Well, one, not even just personalities, but other things. So, like, she is a cat person. I am a dog person.
Cat people just smell funny.
Oh, so she loves her cat, but she loves dogs too. So when she came to visit here recently, I mean, she just loves Saki so much and stuff. And
We wouldn't love it a little bit.
I know, but she's the cat person. And then there was just even like we never even really hung around each other growing up like the school, because she had her friends, I had my friends, other than when we were like in the same classes. Well, they always kept us separate. They never put when we were growing up, we were never put in the same class.
For a reason. Yes, I can see that.
And so she would dang, I just lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that one?
But like, if I had a twin, okay, and they split us up, and say like my twin was good at math and I was good at English, I'd be like, hey brother, like you just want to like,
I did
if you like math, like you want to go math double for me and I go English for you or something, like I would do that in a heartbeat. But yeah,
well,
you
actually,
never did nothing like that, huh?
no, because actually, not that I would say, I don't, I'm not, I don't want to say this like I'm being conceited or anything like that, but I was the smarter one.
Say.
I guess kind of to a certain degree, because actually my sister ended up getting a college degree and I didn't. But either way, kind of smart as shit. Yeah, because when I graduated from high school, I was National Honor Society, blah blah blah, and she didn't. So, but anyway, but she did actually go to pursue her college degree, but it was later in life, so
Okay.
not right after high school.
Okay.
Neither one of us did.
Okay. That I know whenever I did, I would have to go right after high school because I have the mind that like if I went and did something else, well, that's what I'm doing now. So like I'm like a coonhound. Like so if it's in front of me, I go chase it right then, But like, yeah, so I had to go immediately right after school. So
Down, boy, down.
yeah, you got Saki on patrol over here at the studio. So okay, so you are I'm going to kind of dub you as the crazy plant lady
Yeah,
because you have
a lot.
a lot of plants.
Yeah.
And I want to say that is actually how Robin and I met you, was through your love of plants.
And coming to Railport.
Yes, well, here at Railport, because I remember forever, in the corner, that's where Robin and we didn't know anybody. So we always came here, we had a good time, we went home, because we never, I want to say that we never even talked to anybody ever.
I think that's how everybody starts off with, because, I mean, Clarence and I were like that too, but you know what? I'm a busy bee. I like to talk to people. I will introduce myself in no time.
So I want to say that we were here, oh gosh, we were doing something, and you showed up, and you had a plant in your hand, you're like, I sell plants. And Rob was like, does she now? Okay, let's look at it. Like, well, what else you have? Like, well, come. Because I want to say it was a big event, and you had like a table set up.
And I know Robin, I don't know if it was that far back or whatever. I can't remember how long ago, because she did buy a mermaid tail cactus for her mom for Mother's Day.
Yep.
I think it was. and something like that. I think maybe that could have been when it all started. I don't know.
I want to say that was around that time period. It might not have been that exact day, but it was around that time period
Right.
ish. Because like I said, we always just stayed by ourselves. We were loners, I guess you could say. But like I said, that's it works. Like you go to like a very social place like this. You go like you and your husband, me and my wife, we go somewhere. We kind of like, oh, this is neat. You kind of see people like talking or whatever, but you kind of stay in your little clique. And you see the cute dogs. You play with all the dogs, of course. You have to do that. And so, yeah, I remember one day it was like a light switch where we just didn't talk to anybody. We just had fun by ourselves. We did this and like light switch all of a sudden we're like, we are with a lot of. So now like, I'm not used to being social.
Me neither. Kind of like because with the company, I worked for the Army Air Force Exchange Service, the Exchange, or AFIS, for 33 years. And I originally came from the Dan Daniel Distribution Center in Virginia, Newport News, and they transferred me here. So based on the positions, I was kind of a high-ranking position in the jobs. But actually at Dan Daniel, I worked my way up from the bottom to the top. And but once I got there to the higher positions, it was kind of like I don't believe in fraternizing with the employees, so I never really had friends. Okay. And I couldn't be friends with the employees even though I wanted to, but I couldn't. And same thing when I transferred here, when my husband and I moved here from Virginia to Waco, where I was the assistant distribution center manager at the Waco DC. And same thing with their new person, not knowing anybody. But then as I worked there for a while, I got to know a lot of people there. But again, I didn't hang out with people outside of work. But then I got transferred in 2019 from the distribution center to our headquarters office. And then my husband and I moved here to Waxahachie. And then that's where it was like, okay, I can have friends now. So we're always trying to go out and meet people and just do things. So, we're lucky that we found Railport here and, we made a lot of close friends, good friends here. The people here are great.
They are.
The friends that we've made.
Yes, like I've had Rodney on here a couple times, and we always talk about like how we go, but zero intentions of actually like meeting good friends. You go to have a good time. If you go want to have a beverage, if you want to go have a Wheezy's Wiener, if you want to have something, that's the opportunity. But like you don't really go to like, hey, I want to go meet this, super, meet a lot of friends. Like you don't have that expectation, and now you kind of look at it like, wow, you almost go on a Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day, and they're like, hey, well, I'm gonna know all my friends are gonna be there. Pretty neat.
It's nice, yeah. Always to know that somebody's going to be here, at least so that you can talk with and hang out with.
Yes, yes. Even though, I still consider my wife my best friend, but it is nice to kind of like talk to someone else.
Right.
It's like, all right, we get to talk to Rodney, the most interesting man in Ellis County. You get to see Saki.
Speaking of the devil.
There he is right there, the most interesting man in Ellis County. There. Get him, Saki. Don't take that from him. Don't take it from him. Go get him. Right. No, it is really neat.
Because I went a while with not having friends, and now it's just like, I love all of y'all. The friends that I've made were from here, from Railport, and other friends that I've made too, elsewhere. But
this Sunday, we actually get to go to a drag show. That's going to be, your husband, Clarence, he's so, I guess, worried about it. I was like, dude, don't worry. Like, their dog isn't going to fall out of a banana hammock and hit you in the face. Like, it's going to be okay. I was like,
he had an experience with, it wasn't terrible, but they did mess with him. Several years ago, we had gone to Dallas and met some friends, and we went to the Hard Rock Cafe or something, and they did a drag show there. And they messed with him a little bit, but it wasn't like terrible. But, he's phobia, right? That kind of like, don't do that.
I could only imagine though if someone in drag wearing a banana hammock goes next to Clarence and it just like kind of falls out and just kind of smacks him in the face, I could see it
Like,
he probably would die.
I don't know. I go with the flow. You never know.
I don't know if I got hit with a penis on my face, my kid might be a little terrifying. I'd probably be scarred for life if you really think about it.
Let's hope that they don't go to that extreme.
I mean, I was saying like if it actually was like he's shaking it and it's like falls out and it's kind of, you know, I would be terrified. It's happened to me. I can only imagine Clarence. He would.
Oh my gosh.
He might he might just cry. I'd have to give him a hug.
Yeah. Yes.
Poor guy. But yes, yeah.
Let's start plants.
Yes, plants. Okay, so
Titled me the crazy plant.
yes, you are the crazy plant lady. Absolutely. We were getting there. So, okay, so you have a bunch of plants.
I do. Yes, I do.
And I have seen pictures of your house, and there are a lot of plants everywhere. Like your house is very rich in oxygen. I can only imagine. But all the
Eric, here.
very clean air. There is not a speck of carbon dioxide anywhere. It is straight oxygen. I was wondering how many ballpark. I don't know if you know an exact number, but how many plants do you think you have?
Gosh, between indoor and outdoor, because yeah, I mean, I probably have more outdoor plants than I do indoor plants because I love succulents and cacti, and things like that. Canna lilies. That was my thing this summer was canna lilies.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Things.
I love those.
And but gosh, I mean, to even give a ballpark, I mean, it's over 500. It's got to be over 500.
Okay.
You know, if you talk about like each individual plant, I have the one of those aluminum raised bed thingamabobbers that I probably have 30 cactus
Sure.
that's in there. You know, so if you count those, and then I have just a bunch of other. I have a lot of mixed pots and stuff, and especially inside because I had gotten up to like 585. So I use this app though. It's called Greg, which is great. So if any listeners or plants people out there that don't use Greg, try Greg.
It's called Greg. It's just an
Greg. It's an app. Yes.
Okay.
It's one of those It's a plant app where you have to put all the information in about your plant, the type of plant, the size pot it's in, is it drainage, where is it sitting, da, da, da. But anyway, I use it more as a assistant to help me keep up with my watering schedules because I don't play a guessing game on which needs to be watered because that would be too flippin' many.
Oh,
To keep track with. So I use this app to help me on a daily basis let me know which of my plants are ready to be watered. And I always use a moisture meter to test the soil level first or the moisture of the soil before I even add any water. So, so like today, I think, it might tell me that I have 30 plants that need to be watered.
Okay.
And I'll water them and I'll test them and stuff. Sometimes I can snooze. Sometimes I'll water them and stuff like that. But
That sounds like that is a full-time job.
well, actually, I spent a lot of today playing with my plants outside. And that's what I say. I'm playing with my plants. Playing with my plants outside, just doing a lot of pruning and stuff. I kind of did a lot of consolidate. And my next step is going to be doing a lot of consolidation because I have a lot of smaller pots that I always like to consolidate to make one pot. So if I can take 3 separate pots and turn it into one, yay, that's a good thing. So I'm reducing the amount of pots I have to water.
Yes.
And that's the key there. Because before it was always like when I first started on this plant journey, which started in kind of like 2021. But I've always had plants. But I've always, because my twin sister Oki she was actually the plant addict before me.
Okay.
But she's now downsized, and she even actually helped contribute to my plant addiction because she sent me plants and things like that. So. But I go with that.
No, it's all good.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, talking about Oki.
yes, and so I just lost my train of thought.
It's all good.
I'm going with that. Oh my God. See, this is what happens when you get old. You forget things. But
See, I use that excuse.
oh, so yeah. So now it's like before it used to be like, especially when I first joined this app with it, which has a whole bunch of people in it. It was kind of like, ooh, how many plants can I have or whatever. But then my sister got me to consolidate. She's like, Yongie, you need to consolidate because it's not about the number of plants you have. It's about how many flipping pots you have to water. So what it comes down to. So it's not about the number of plants, it's the number of pots that you have to water. Because I could have 5 different plants in a pot, but guess what? I only got to water one of them.
Right. Just had a big pot and then like,
Water one instead of 5 different ones.
so you would have like, because there's different plants require different soil and different
Yes.
drainage and everything else. So you'd have to like consolidate. So like get a certain cacti in one pot that requires a certain soil with a certain drainage and everything else.
Right.
Uh,
So I always, well, and that's my thing. I always try to, if I'm consolidating my plants, I always kind of keep the same species, whether it's philodendrons or alocasias or alionemas, anthuriums, anything like that. I keep the same type of plants in the same pot. That way there's nothing can go wrong.
okay. Now what about if you had like different like lilies in a pot? Like say you had like the canna lilies and then you had like, there's all so many different kinds of lilies, but like if you put those all in one pot, would you be able to do that? Or would you just keep like, no, these are all my canna lilies and we're going to.
Well, if I'm just kind of like starting off with some roots or whatever, I could probably try to consolidate them, or put them together. But normally with those, I've been this year especially, I would grow those in the ground.
Okay.
Because they will just take off and they'll just get bigger and prettier and bigger flowers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
We grew, gosh, we had those one year. Cause we had, well, actually we still do because I built a flower bed right around it, but we had 2, gosh, I think she planted 5 of the calla lilies like in this little deal in the ground and it grew back. Like, I guess it
every year they'll get more and more and more and more. Yeah.
yes. And they were getting tall, like really tall. And then it got to a point where they just almost looked like weeds and they just kept growing and we quit watering them. And I think they all kind of like died off after like 2 years of us just not watering it or anything. But they lasted for every day. Yongie, I tell you, it was like, these won't quit coming back.
I have the yellow canna lilies now in 2 sections of my backyard, and they're still blooming flowers. So, the heck, it's October and we're still in summertime weather.
It is.
Here in Texas, 60 degrees.
Yeah, 90 It was beautiful this morning.
Morning. Oh, it's nice.
So,
So nice. Well, it's like, why can't it stay like that all day?
gosh, like this morning was like 58 or something. It was, yeah, because we always let the dogs out and Robin makes me a cup of coffee. She hates coffee. I love coffee. So I still big cup of coffee in the morning. We're sitting in the back porch and we're watching the dogs run around, be heathens. This is like at 7-ish in the morning and it's like 58 degrees. I'm drinking a coffee and like, this is great. Like this is God's country right here.
Yes.
And of course she doesn't drink coffee, so she's just like huddled up in the corner. Like,
she wraps in a blanket.
no, you see right there in the blanket is freezing. It's I was like, I'm thinking like if you drank coffee, it'd probably help you out a little bit, but she is not a coffee fan.
Hot chocolate, tea. Does she drink tea?
She does drink tea.
Okay.
I don't know if she drinks hot tea, but she does drink tea. She'll drink hot sake, but you don't want to do that in the morning. It's frowned upon in the working community. If you're retired, hey, I don't know.
Oh, heck yeah. I use the Irish cream in my coffee every morning. Or not Irish cream, but just cream, something.
Yeah, get some good old Baileys in the morning.
Yes, like that. That's in my coffee every morning, but hey, I can do that.
You're retired. You paid your dues, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Uncle Sam has said you paid your dues, you are good to go. But okay, so you got 500 plus plants.
Yes.
500 plus plants at the house, and you got your own watering schedule. Okay, so the next one I have is like, how do you like decide which ones are going to be sold? 'Cause I know you do sell some plants. You sell a lot of succulents.
Well, I usually the plants that I have in my house are mine. So I'll go buy something else if it's like, if I'm going to do an event or something, I'll buy it in advance and then keep it so it gets acclimated, that it doesn't, so I'll keep it to where it's like at least a month in advance. I'll buy it a month in advance and grow it so that it gets acclimated from being traveled and where it originally grew from. And yeah, so then that way, if I sell it, then it's gonna pretty much be guaranteed that whoever buys it, it will live. They didn't have to worry about getting it acclimated. Well, just a little bit, depending on their conditions, their living conditions. But I always try to tell them, this is where I had it. It's getting east-facing sun or in the window, in direct light, watered about every 10 days, that kind of stuff. I always try to tell people,
Okay. Okay, because you go to, like, say you buy a tree from an arboretum, you get it, and it's like, yeah, it don't like almost like when you plant it, also it's about to die immediately because it hasn't been acclimated.
Right.
Yes, and then okay, no, I could definitely see that. That's why your plants are when you think you're they're sold with love.
yes.
Yes, so you got Youngie's love attached to this succulent that you're gonna buy. See, that's good. That is really good. Plus, like you paint a lot of them.
Yes. I paint, yeah. Well, not the plant.
Not the plant, but the pots, and they look really good. Like
I know I've given you a pot. I know I gave Robin one of those with the Haworthia plants in it that I remember seeing on your windowsill.
Yep.
And stuff.
Yep.
So.
And I mean, like you are a great artist as well. Like
Very simple. I'm not trained, but for somebody who is not trained, I was kind of blessed with having the artistic ability. But
can't even draw a stick figure. Like,
and you know what is so funny? I can't. You know what? If we were to play Pictionary, I would so stink.
don't believe that at all. I do not believe
I
it.
would so suck at playing Pictionary.
You would draw a picture and it looked just like exactly what I was like. Oh, okay. Like I'm not gonna lie. If we played that game, like you're gonna be on my team because but actually you probably wouldn't want me because like they were like, hey, draw a hippo, and I'm like, oh, this be really. So this might be really bad. Yeah, actually, nobody's gonna want it. I would want you on my team. You would not want me at all. I would be god awful. This would be really bad, really, really, really bad. But yeah, you are a great artist. And actually, someone was telling me the other day that you are a great singer.
I am. Well, not a great singer. I mean, I can carry a tune.
You can. So someone was. I forget who it was. It might have been Shannon. But she was saying how you can go and if y'all went somewhere to karaoke, like, yeah, Youngie's gonna go like sell that. Like she's gonna bring the house.
Well, you know what is so funny? I can't remember how many years ago it was. At least a couple, if not 3, maybe 4 years ago. So Jason here was playing here one night,
Okay,
and he actually let me sing with him.
is that right?
Yes. So I sang Reba McEntire. Why haven't I heard from you?
Okay. Okay.
And Shannon was there, and she was just like, "Wow, you can sing."
That is awesome.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, I was, not just even with my artistic ability, but I don't know. I mean, I come from good genes, I guess, between my mom and my dad, because all of us in my family were always musically inclined and artistically
Okay.
too. So even like with my oldest brother, my brother, who is the oldest, he played the violin. I grew up playing the violin. My oldest sister, June, played the clarinet, and my twin sister, Oki, she played the clarinet. My middle sister, Jeannie, she didn't do anything. She was like the black sheep, but
Okay.
and then we all could sing too. So we could sing and then had artistic or crafty,
Yeah.
things. I mean, we could always, like, even like my middle sister, Jeannie, she could, she was a good cook, and worked in restaurants and stuff like that. So that was her artistic, I guess, part of,
Very artistic family. Very artistic. Yeah.
So we were, I don't know, it's so weird.
Yeah. You
Yeah, play instruments, sing, and I can paint.
is.
Yeah, so I actually, in my high school, I got nominated as the most talented in my senior class.
I would not doubt that one bit. I would not doubt that. And that was in.
And I can tap my foot too, so I don't know that I'm much of a dancer, but I could have been, probably.
I don't see why you couldn't have been.
If I could have got trained to dance, but
So during COVID, I had to learn how to dance. And
well, okay, wait a minute. So what kind of dance?
I could
Line dance.
line dance. Robin could line dance. Robin's like the best line dancer I've ever seen in my life. No, we actually learned how to two-step.
Okay.
And I remember that I was like, all right, I'm going to, because you couldn't do nothing during COVID times. You remember we were locked in our houses or whatever. Luckily, Texas was like the first one. We're like, we don't believe in COVID. It ain't real. And they sent us all out to get sick. But so it was a app. Well, now it's an app, but it was a deal you could buy on Facebook. It was called Show Her Off.
Mm-hmm.
And it teach you how to country dance, it teach you how to do dance moves or whatever. And so we would do that once or twice a week. Where like it would come down, you get like your videos, and we get it and watch it, and we turned the living room into a dance floor, and we had the dogs that would like attack us, so we pretend like the dogs were like people on the dance floor. We had to go swing around, but they just jumped on us, and they would win half the time. But that's how we learned how to country dance. And we don't get me wrong, we're no professional, but it was a lot of fun. And we went to a wedding last Saturday. I think it was our cousins or something second cousin. Her family's
Family relative.
it's a family relative of some cousin-ish, something like that, because the ages are all weird. But yeah, we went dancing, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I would have loved to seen a video of that one.
You know what? It might be able to happen later, but like you're talking about dancing, but like my fingers like twirling her, like my fingers are hurt so bad. I can't even like all day. I've been like trying to make a fist and release. This was Saturday, and yeah, now today is yeah. This is a lot of days past Saturday, and I'm like, oh my god, my hand hurts so bad still. She's just like, whatever, get better, scrub, and yeah.
Well, that's funny because I know that back in 2015, when I was working for the exchange, I actually got to get deployed to Kuwait, where I served as the logistics area manager for all of Southwest Asia. So it was pretty cool. So I was stationed in Kuwait, but I got to visit. We were reopening all of our stores in Iraq. I got to visit Afghanistan. I got to go to Jordan, UAE, Dubai. I mean, it was neat. But when we were there, one of the great things though that we were able to do on the military base with the support of MWR and the what do you call it? USO, something like that. Yes. And because there was always activities for the military, which we got to participate in too.
Yeah.
And there was always a country, there was always a dance night. Like you could learn whether it's going to be line dancing, country dancing, salsa. Well, not every night, but yeah, those kind of things. So I did actually get to learn how to, I did some country dancing, swinging a little bit.
Okay, right on.
And I got to do, I learned how to salsa and merengue. I don't think I could do it now, but it was fun. I got to learn how to do that. And, or and machata, whatever you call it, however you say it.
You know what?
But it was fun.
I could, that would be interesting seeing, because you are Korean, and seeing a Korean lady salsa would be not the racially profile, but that'd be different, like that'd be something that you would not see very often by any meets, then again, they also, yeah, that would be exciting, we got Saki the guard dog.
Yeah.
Taking care of business out here because he sees people through the studio window. Yeah, he's like, no, we ain't doing this on my watch, guys. Y'all get out of here, But yeah, so that'd be actually real. I've always want to learn how to salsa dance. I don't know how to salsa.
Really not that hard. It's real, which I would have thought so. But I'm actually better if I'm just doing it by myself. I've never been really the partner kind of thing where it's like I don't understand the whole like signals, the hand signals that the man gives the woman on where you got to go in this and that direction and spin and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know if I could do that. I'm just, give me a space on the floor. I'm good to go. By myself.
Okay, all right. I know that. Yeah, with two step, you got to have another person there. But no, we got actually. I mean, we used to be actually really good, and then COVID stopped. Everything else we got busy with doing jobs and everything, so we didn't dance 2 or 3 times a week anymore. And we went dancing on Saturday, and I was like, wow, we were at a practice. Like, I'm breathing heavy, I'm sweating.
No, wait a minute, because y'all went of what it was probably just a couple months ago where y'all went to the country.
The Western Country Club.
So did y'all get to dance there?
Oh yeah,
Dancing?
yeah, we did. But like, even still, like when we did that, we're like, wow, we were like I remember we got done dancing, and she's like, we know a lot more moves. Like, we sure do. She's like, you know how to do them? I have no idea. I know we know how to do a lot more, but man, I'm drawing a blank right now. So, yeah, so like we actually got like on my phone. When I started like looking up stuff, we're like, oh hey, we know how to do this, we know how to do that, because like it's an app now on our deal. And so we're like, oh wow, look at that. We're like, are you gonna do that? I was like, this looks like a lot of work, but yeah, why not? But yeah, you and Clarence, y'all definitely got to go to the Western.
So for causes, I saw at one point, like COVID and stuff, that the year that I was wanting to do, trying to talk Clarence into doing, learning how to dance or a country dance or something, because I'm sure he's tall. I think it will work, just spinning and things like that over the auditorium and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, he can actually carry a tune and he has rhythm too. But he's just, I don't know, too macho or whatever, but it would be, I think it'd be something that he and I would be really good at.
Absolutely.
We did it, but it's just a matter of him doing it.
I,
Let's go talk
I
to
say
Michael.
we'll have a conversation with Clarence. And
Let's all go sign up for some lessons.
well, so like I do know when you go to the Western Country Club, if you get there early,
No, they do.
they do have dance lessons.
Okay.
And if you want to also learn how to line dance, there's this little lady, her name is Robin, and she can show you how to do some line dancing.
Okay.
And if
If you go for that, but I like the shoe step, or I mean, two stepping and stuff like little swinging around and stuff. I think he would be. I think he and I would be good at that.
absolutely. Because Robin, she's a little bitty girl too. Or woman. So like she's actually really like I can throw her around like a little rag doll, and it's great. I remember one time we would go to the place called Southern Junction all the way out in Royce City. We'd go there on Thursdays. We'd drive all the way out to Royce City on Thursdays. And it's huge dance floor. And we would go there, and I saw these guys like twirling these girls up in the air and everything. I'm like, I could do that. And I got Robin, and we do our little twirls and everything, and I get ready to like spin her, but I was going like, I'm gonna pick her up and dip her.
Huh?
And she wasn't reading me right or something.
She didn't get the signal.
I clotheslined Robin. It looked like I was Macho Man Randy Savage, and she just ate my arm. It was bad. I mean, I remember I clothesline her, like wrap my arm like right to her neck. Her legs come off the ground. I gotta like grab her and like pretend that I dipped her. She's like, I want to go sit down.
Oh my God.
I remember that stuck in my brain. She's like,
And then you just walked up the floor like you knew what you were doing.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I mean,
I did that. That was intentional.
100% intentional. And don't mind the bruise around her chin and neck right now. It's totally was intentional. But yeah, that was something else to say the least. Yeah, I felt bad because I mean, I think then I was also like a lot more muscular, and so it was a little different. But speaking of the devil, there's your Clarence himself right there, making sure that you were good. So yeah, you and Saki were good. But okay, go. All right, so I got sidetracked here. Okay, so plants. All right, so you got your watering schedule, you got all your plants, everything set up, and you're condensing into your pots. Okay, but like some plants are pretty exotic. Because I know you have like your orchids and stuff like that are very temperamental, and they have certain temperatures. Like, I would imagine someone like you would have some pretty exotic plants, right?
Yes.
I know they're pretty difficult to care for as well, right?
I'm kind of price savvy or whatever, because I mean, I've been taking care of plants for a long time, but you never know. It's kind of like a win or lose when it comes to plants. It's like, okay, you never know what's going to happen. Either they're going to thrive and grow really good, or you know what? They're just going to die. So, it's kind of like I have a threshold as to, well, kind of. It all depends on how bad I want the plant. But I have a threshold on, how much am I really going to spend on the plant?
Okay.
So I have to say, like, Aglaonemas is my most favorite of all time plants. Or Chinese evergreen is what it's called too. Because they come in so many different colors, the leaf shapes and everything. They're my all-time favorite. And I mean, so some of the ones that I have, I have a lot of like semi-collector, semi-rare ones, where it was a 4-inch pot that I may have paid $60 for.
Okay.
Which is a kind of a small plant, when you, and then it's kind of like where if I buy 5 of them at the one time, it's like, no, you don't get it. You see, you're just not, you get $200 late. No, at or however much, $240 later, because usually the smaller, like if I buy like that, I would normally put them all together in one pot. So I don't keep them all separate. So I'm not going to have 6, if I buy 5 or 6 of them, I'm not going to have 6 separate different little pots. I always put them together in one pot. It's about the pots, not the plants.
Okay.
Right. Why I only want to worry about a number of pots to water, not the plant, kind of thing. But I gotta say, I think the most, it's so funny because I think the most that I've ever paid for a plant was like $125, but my sister ended up keeping it.
So you bought.
I did, but because she was at a plant vendor thingy, my bobber, in Virginia. And I was wanting a Monstera albo. I have been wanting one, which is a kind of a rare one. And there was a seller, but there was a vendor selling one or whatever. And she's like, it's $125. I was like, get it. And then she kept it for a little bit, just to keep it at home for a little bit. And she's like, it's growing so good. And I was like, okay, just keep it. But it's doing really good. I mean, she's keeping really good care of it. Look on everything. So it's growing well. So I'm glad she got to keep it. But because I've not had good luck with those. I mean, there was one time I think I probably paid $90 for one of those albos and it died.
That's depressing.
Yes.
That is so.
And another one. And because I can't figure these bad boys out. This Monstera albo, it's like, what is up with this? He's wanting this. I don't know. I guess it was the love of me paying for it. Maybe I just need to get somebody to buy me an albo. Maybe it'll live.
That is, what? Okie owes you one.
He sent me a lot of plants, in the very beginning of my plant journey. So she did send me a bunch. Never had to pay for anything. So she sent me a lot of like cuttings and things like that. But,
okay.
and
so Okie's made herself back up then. Okay.
But then there are some other like cactus that I paid a good penny for, but they're worth it and they were bigger, because there is a seller in Dallas, Cactus Queen, woohoo, and she has all these bigger cactus. So I think I paid maybe $150, but it was a good sized cactus.
Okay.
So, and it's still alive. So. Right on. But you get, there's pros and cons. But it is what it is. As a plant lover and just someone who has a lot of plants, you just gotta take it for what it is.
I could see that because I know whenever we're nowhere near on your level. Nowhere near on your level. But like whenever we did the flower beds and everything in the front yard, like I went and I was like, hey, I want nice flower beds. And so I want to say the most exotic, like we got, I think it's called a cigar bush, but it's supposed to it attracts butterflies and hummingbirds. I mean, it's really, you got like tons of butterflies and hummingbirds around here. It's like, I love it. I mean, I might sound feminine or whatever, but I do like it. I like it.
Don't get a lot of
So my wife, she went and put some hummingbird feeders out there next to these bushes because, like, we got these bushes that attract butterflies and hummingbirds, and then she put feeders out, and those assholes are mean.
They are. They fight each other. I say, back up. I'm drinking right now.
And like,
Dinner with them. Me.
see, I remember being at my grandmother's house and watching these birds, like hummingbirds, and you see them like go swooping, like those the end whatever, and you see the next one come in. You're like, oh, well, the hummingbirds are so sweet.
Like,
They are
at
mean.
each other.
Yes, those assholes are mean. And like, not only do we have feeders, but we have all these bushes.
Yes, that
That
they
they
could share.
Yes, they can.
Yes.
No, like one will like take over everything.
Back off.
Yeah, and you see something like the size of maybe what, like
Not even that. Like 2 inches.
little bitty thing, and they're like, nope, back off. This is mine. And I'm like, all right.
I heard another one.
Yep.
There's another one right on the corner.
Yeah, it's like the crazy thing, like we had a feeder in the front yard, a feeder in the backyard, and it was big. It was a big feeder, and she would have to fill that up at least every couple days because they would just suck that nectar right. And I'm like, but it's so neat though. We would be out on the back porch, having a coffee, or in the evening if we decided to just sit there and hang out, and you just see all these hummingbirds, and it's crazy because like they sound like they make that buzzing noise, like whenever they're next to you.
Like a bunch of bees or.
Yeah, like you think it's a jang, you look over and you're like, I got a hummingbird literally like over by my shoulder.
Oh, that is so.
This year was so neat. And we have this tree that's about the ugliest tree I've ever seen in my life. It's a plum tree that she got from her grandfather, years and years ago. But it blooms these white flowers, and in springtime when we open up the back door, I bet you there will be 1,000 butterflies. Which is kind of like intimidating when you open up, you see these butterflies everywhere. You're like, oh my God, like I don't want these in my house. But it's so pretty, like that might be me just being feminine, but I just.
No, it's not. You're appreciating nature.
Thank you. But it is really neat though, see butterflies and hummingbirds and whatnot. Like I just enjoy that, that's just, and bees. I like bees. I don't like wasps. But
I keep my wasp spray handy.
yes, but it's a bit like that. You got your bees. Like we were thinking about putting like one of those oh gosh, where you can buy the beehives, like little trays that like have a bee. Is that about doing that in the back? I thought about doing that back. I don't know if she quite understood what I was telling her about. We were talking about doing something like that.
Go for it.
But when you have bees, like even if you being the plant lady with 500 plants in your backyard,
I mean, they're good. They're pollinators.
yeah. So your plants are just going to explode. So yeah, you need to get you one of those too, Yongie. Here's what Clarence says. You need to get you one of these. Yeah, like you can ask him, be like, hey, what do you think about a beehive in the backyard? He's be like, oh, we don't need no bees. We're like, I already bought one.
I know.
That's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, but bats are great pollinators. Did you know that?
No.
Really?
It's okay. I don't want any bats around.
Well, man, they are so cool.
Well, I'm sure they're cool, but I don't think I'd want them around.
Really? Need to look them up. But you have any trees in your backyard?
I know my neighbor. We're kind of like a really close neighborhood, but like we don't have a lot of property on where our house is. Which is good because less yard work.
That is.
I mean, which is it benefits Clarence because I mean it takes him a whole 15 minutes to cut the front yard. Oh, and he uses the weed whacker, the trimmer to cut the backyard. Oh, and that's it. That's about the extent of it. So that's good. But
Okay. Yeah, mine takes a little bit longer, but I want to say, but if you had so I was reading that bats are actually the number 2 pollinator besides bees.
oh wow, because bats are not like anywhere. I mean, they're
Actually, so whenever we would actually go, whenever at Friday nights, I would go to Ennis where the Motorplex is, whenever I had one of my drag cars, and they had the lights and, bring a bunch of insects or whatever. You would hear bats.
Oh.
You would hear because they do the chirp, and they would be everywhere.
oh wow.
It was so neat. And then at night, oh gosh, certain times you could actually hear, in our field, you can hear the chirps and everything from bats, but apparently you can buy bat houses that are like bird houses.
Yeah.
You can buy a
No.
bat house But yeah, if you got a chance to hang one of those like in the air or something, like apparently they're like the best pollinators.
Yeah.
And
They get rodents too, though.
well,
Would they?
so they're more or less just eat nectar.
Oh, okay.
Now you get like the vampire bats that are like in Mexico. Yeah, you don't those guys. Yeah, those I think those are the ones that you get to see with like the blood sucking bats
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, but yeah. So also continuing on Yongie, on the back of your vehicle, I have seen where it's Yammies Designs.
Yeah.
And that is your
Yes.
face painting, correct?
Well, it's both. It's whatever.
It's okay.
My business.
His actual name is.
Meaning yes, Yammies Designs.
Where did the name Yammy come from?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
All right.
So that my name Yammy comes from Yongie and Grammy, which made Yammy. So I am a proud grandmother of three grandkids.
Okay.
So when I became a grandmother, the first time I was very young, and so I refused to be called grandma. So I made up my own name, which was Yammy, to be called, and then that's what it just stuck with. So that's how I came up with Yammy.
That's cute.
So
That is cute.
even though, and that's how like even with even the little kids here at Railport, where if they would, if I make friends with them or their parents, whoever, I always refer to myself as Yammy to them too. So
Okay.
to the kids, so they can call me Yammy too.
That is neat. That is really.
That's how I came up with Yammies Designs.
I've always wondered. Like I see it on the back of your vehicle. I'm like Yammy. I'm like,
Yeah.
huh.
Yongie and Grammy.
Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. So okay, so at a young age you refuse to be a grandma. You're like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm too young to be a grandma. Understood.
Or be called grandma. Well, I was too young to be a grandma, but hey.
That's another story for another day, right?
Yeah.
Hey, shit. You know what? Shit does.
I know. My oldest granddaughter is going to turn 14 in December. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't split. No,
yes.
that is awesome. Yeah, I'm not a father or a grandfather or anything like that. We have puppies, and those are we have a few of those of your own.
Yeah.
And I know I would never would trade my dogs in for
No.
anything. Oh my gosh, no. Like I even tell my wife all the time. I was like, yeah, this dude Benjamin right here, like that's my guy. Like, she's like, well, because we had one. Gosh, Lola, she passed away last year, and gosh, somehow we got on the conversation that how it sucks how like dogs are these great things and they don't.
They're like your children.
Yes.
Family. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like your blood.
And like we give them their personality. We give them everything because we build it up in our heads that they have this personality. Like I have a full conversation with my dog, and the dog never even responded. Like the conversation.
He acts like he does, doesn't he? Like you'll be like, okay, yeah, I know you get me.
Like I have
I
a
know you understand what I'm saying.
yes. Like I have Lucy, and which is our black lab, and like every morning, Lucy's right there. Oh, here comes Robin trying to give us another beer here. She's giving us a thumbs up here. All right, fella.
We need a beer.
Yeah,
refill.
exactly. We need a refill. But no, so like all the time, like Lucy, so she'll be whatever. She'll be like, Lucy sure does love Daddy. Lucy is laying next to Dad. Lucy wants Mama out of the way here because Lucy wants to lay next to Daddy, and this is what Lucy wants. And so we give these dogs like these crazy personalities. Like I'm sure Saki here. Saki has a voice in your head, and so it's just like we build them up so much, and then like it just sucks because like they don't get to live as long as we do.
I know.
It's awful, but the joy that they bring to our lives is just great. Like,
And then the heartache, though, when they do pass, just I mean, it's gut-wrenching. It's just heartbreaking. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't even know. Like, well, we have Roscoe too, and he's our Yorkie who's probably almost 14 this year, but you wouldn't think it. Now he's holding his age very well, but I kid you not. When that time comes, Michael, oh my gosh, Clarence and I are going to be devastated.
So our dog Lola it was the first dog that Robin and I got together. And we got her from the Lancaster Pound. But at the end, somebody, I guess you can say we rescued her. Like someone abandoned her in the middle of summer in a kennel on the side of an alley. And, animal control got her. And so Robin found her at a pound because she thought she was a a Cocker Spaniel. Because we had a Cocker Spaniel named Cinnamon. And that was our first dog. And she passed last year, but she had dementia. Yongie, that dog was mean. She actually forgot where she was or forgot who we were.
Oh my goodness.
And we would walk by and she would just lose her shit and like full-fledged come at me like,
Oh, I got one of those too. A circle about soju.
that adorable dog.
Aussie
That adorable dog.
Romanian devil.
That dog looks adorable. Like it was.
She is good out in public, but at home, she's terrible. So
I don't.
let's get on that subject because with Soju was my husband. Clarence bought her for me back in 2020. And it was actually 2020 July. In July is when I brought my mom home from Virginia to live with us so that I could take care of her. And we had recently, I think we probably had Soju maybe 2 months at that time. But my mom and Soju kind of like imprinted on each other.
They just meshed.
Yes. Then Soju became my mom's dog. And Soju stayed with my mom all the time, all day long. And she slept with her. She walked with it. Wherever my mom went, that's where Soju went.
Yep, she was her person.
Yes. She
Okay.
is her person. Except for there was a time that it was like, and she knew the routine. So like when I went to tuck my mom in at night, I would cover my mom up, get her all to and everything. And then Soju would always lay by her side. She just knew it was time. Okay, mommy's tucking grandma in. I got to go lay over here. And that's where she would stay. And then eventually, though, probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, she would eventually make it to Clarence in my bedroom. When we had Roscoe. And Roscoe always slept with us, too, in the bed. And she would come and she'd stay with us through the duration of the morning, until the morning and stuff. But what's sad, though, is that once we got Saki, she's like, oh, hell no. She won't come in the bed now because he's in the bed glued to me.
So she doesn't even lay down.
So she won't even, and then what's even bad, as you know, I recently lost my mom last month.
Yes.
And because Soju was her baby, we're trying to get Soju back on, more family oriented between Clarence and I and the other dogs, where, hello, we're here. Grandma's not, but I don't know if she's still, it's funny because I've never had to experience where a dog has actually mourned the loss of their owner. Except like in my mom's case, though, because it's not what I expected. Because I really thought that Soju would have been heartbroken. I really, really thought. But I think that because it was a gradual thing, not something that was like happened, boom, just like that.
Absolutely.
It was a matter of like a month. Right. That my mom progressively got worse. And so I guess, Soju knew something was going on because it was a point where we had taken my mom's bed out of the bedroom and they brought in a hospital bed where it was like, oh, hell, what's going on? Because she did not like that bed. I tried to put her in the bed and she, lay by my mom because my mom would ask for Soju. And then I tried to put Soju in there and Soju did not want to have anything to do with that bed in there. But my mom has a walker. She had a 3-wheel walker that has a basket in it. And Soju she taught herself how to jump in and out of it when she wanted to go in there. And if my mom traveled anywhere around the house, she would sit in it.
Yeah.
And that was like her cozy place because she would just be wrapped up in a ball. And my mom would just either go to the bathroom and back, or if we're watching TV, Soju would stay in there in her little comfort zone and everything. So, but since my mom has passed, that's the only place she wants to be, is in that walker.
Really?
It's either in the walker or underneath. If she gets out, she'll lay underneath it. That's the only place.
Okay.
And it's So it's like, it's kind of good because we're always going to have a piece of my mom around having the walker. But it's just like, that's the only place that she wants to be. Now, she's still ornery as shit because she, Soju, if Saki or Roscoe just walk by her, she goes Cujo on him and everything. And, but other than that, that's just where she wants to be.
And you got Clarence down that wears his little sling that had, soju in it. I'm like, that has to be the most masculine thing I've ever seen.
But you know what? It's so funny because he's like, I don't give a shit. It's like, this is my girl now. He's trying to make her his daddy's girl. Now what? Because, poor Roscoe, he's now getting neglected and being left at home, instead of us bringing all 3 dogs.
That could be hard. I mean, I could see where it'd be hard to bring 3 dogs.
Yeah. Well, we've actually done it like at least 3 times now. But still, he's just so content with just keeping Soju on his side. He's like, you're so easy. I don't have to do anything. And like Roscoe, he's trying to run around, pull the leash and everything.
Hey, and then you got Saki here thinking that he's an acrobat and a guard dog at the same time. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Well, Clarence now has Soju, and he has a little sling, and the dog
carries her around like a purse.
She looks adorable. I mean, like you see this adorable. Is it a Pomeranian?
No, she was supposed to be a mini Australian Shepherd. However, she ended up being tiny. We call her a toy because she's tiny. I mean, both her parents were mini Aussies, but she just ended up being small.
Just like a midget.
Yeah.
She's a midget.
Dwarf or something.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's actually.
She just ended up being smaller than what she was supposed to be, so.
Oh.
I always say she never grew into her fur because she's a big fluff ball.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So, like, whenever, I don't know if you ever met our puppy, Ellie. Well, puppy, she's like 9 now. But she is an Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix. And this dog is a massive fluff ball. We gave her a bath 2 days ago on the back porch, because it's still 90 degrees here.
Right, yes.
We gave her, we hosed her down, and this dog went from this massive fluff ball to a rat.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, huh. Because I was like, this dog, I kept telling her, like, Robin, this dog is getting fat. Like, this dog is fat. We need to do something about it. And she just, like, hosed her off. And I was like, oh, there's this winter coat coming. All right. Like,
well, I know that's funny how you say that because I actually took Soju to the groomers.
Yeah.
Because I always get Roscoe groomed, and I took her to the same groomer thinking that, okay, maybe if she just blows her out, it'll like a lot of her undercoat would get blown out or whatever.
Sure.
Make her coat look better and not so fluffy. No, that didn't work. Because actually our groomer, she was kind of like excited. She's like, oh, I love to do blowouts because the hair just flies everywhere and all that kind of stuff. So she got excited about that. But then I went to pick her up. I was like, so was that exciting? And she's like, she didn't really have that much. And I was like, really?
Oh.
And she still looked fluffy,
Yeah.
But I was like, she never grew into her fur.
I know whenever we do our
coat.
puppy Ellie, we have the blow dryer, the little puppy blow dryer that we have and there is so much hair flying around from this dog. And then we have the husky Henry, who is the biggest asshole I ever met in my life. That dog is an asshole. Like, God, he's such a dick. But
don't talk about your fur babies like that.
Oh, God, I have to about Henry. He is. Anyone who's ever met Henry.
Henry's not here to hear this.
I hope he does hear this. I hope he turns his podcast on and listens to this episode right here.
Roll their eye. He's going to turn around and look at you and roll his eyes like really down.
And that's all he would do because, like, I don't care about anything else, Dad. Like, whatever, you're going to throw the ball or not. But he's such an asshole. Like, and when they say huskies are, like, not even dogs, at first I was like, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But, like, those dogs are something else. Oh, my gosh. I never met a dog with such personality. And they judge you. Like, they side-eye you. You'll call him, and he'll have it. Let's say he's laying down, and you're like, hey, Henry, you want to go do this? And he won't even acknowledge, like, your existence. You're just like, all right, whatever, dude. Like, I get it, bro. We've all been there, but, like, yeah, he's such
Oh, yeah. Actually, Saki does that sometimes because when we first got him, I kind of worked on the command with time really good. So it's now, but he's getting ornery. Like,
Okay.
sometimes and he's so fast. So, like, if I ever go out the front door, boom, he's already outside. I was like, oh my gosh, how did you come out of the door that fast? And then, oh, so like perfect example was today. One of the neighbors went to go walk over to the mailbox bins and get his mail, and Saki saw him, and of course he's barking, and I'm like, come. I said, Saki, come. And he just looks at me.
Yep.
You know,
Like,
it's like,
like
no, I'm not ready yet. Let me bark. Let me bark some more, and then I'll come.
yes.
Because
Yes.
he's kind of get like, are you getting in your teenage years already? Teenage doggy years.
Okay.
Feel
So
like he just
so you're we're gonna talk about your family for a second.
okay.
Okay. You are Korean.
I am half Korean.
You're half
So
Korean.
I am half Korean. I am
Okay.
Korean American.
You're Korean American. Okay. So how many generations ago did, I guess, your first Korean relative come to these states?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But I guess it was my mom.
Oh, your mom when it came over? I
Yes. So
think I see your mom grew up in Korea.
yeah, my father was in the army and met my mom over in Korea. She apparently used to work in the mess hall, serving food to the soldiers and stuff. So I think that's how they met.
Okay.
But then my mom also has sisters who, one of her sisters also married another army man and ended up coming to the States. But then she had another sister too who was married to a Korean man, but I don't know how they ended up coming here.
Oh, so you
So,
okay, so all kinds of family come over here filmed it.
but that's it.
Okay.
That's all I know of. That's all I know.
Okay. That's kind of neat because so it wasn't my grandfather, it was my great grandfather that came over because I'm Italian and they're Italians, they have to like mesh together. They're something else. But yeah, so he's the one who came over from the Italy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. So and then they lived in Jersey for forever before my grandfather. He also worked for APHIS and he went to Okinawa in Japan, and then he came to here, and he was actually the one who actually built HQ in is Grand Prairie, right?
No, they are it's off South Walton Marker Boulevard, pretty kind of Dallas-y area. Not in Dallas, more I don't know, is it not Duncanville, but
Okay, I thought it might be Grand Prairie. Okay, I might have a wrong, but he actually was when he came back from Okinawa in the 70s. He actually helped created HQ.
okay.
So that's kind of neat to know that it actually is like a small world. But like he helped create that, and then my uncle Andrew, he worked for APHIS since he got out of high school, and I want to say he retired right before you went to HQ because he was in data and something else. I'm sure he listens to this show all the time, so I'm sure I will get corrected by the time this show goes by. And but yeah, kind of small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, really small world. It's neat. Yeah, I think it's neat, like how big the world really is, but we are like, it's crazy that like someone is always interconnected somehow.
Mhm.
I just think that's so cool. I think that's so cool. But okay, so we got to go to the Western Country Club and go dancing.
Mhm.
I believe we got a couple of busy weekends in front of us, but we need to make that happen we'll make that happen pretty soon. 'Cause I would love to see your husband, Clarence. But you haven't met Clarence, you got Yongie, who is this beautiful Korean lady.
Oh, thank
And you have Clarence, who is this really tall country boy.
Well,
You know.
actually, he is German American. So,
Oh, he's okay.
yes. So his mother is full blown German and his father is Caucasian, US. So, because he's his army too, met his wife, met his mother in Germany.
Oh,
So he is German American.
well, he looks like a corn-fed country boy.
Oh, white boy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And he was raised that way. I mean, based on his father's upbringing. So, yeah, he is a full blown because I think his father was from Oklahoma.
Well,
But
that
yeah.
okay. There you go, right there. I mean, and plus, if you ever seen him on a Sunday, he's like, "Don't get in front of my NASCAR."
Yes. What you know what's so funny? So we're going to the drag show or whatever.
Yes.
It's like, what time is it? I said it, and I was like, why? He's like, because I got to watch the race. I was like, bullshit.
That's darn right.
It's like, no worry. I was like, you are gonna miss that race, whatever. If it's starting at 1:00 to whatever, you were not watching the race.
You were gonna go look at these beautiful vid, just like I.
I know, I done thinking, I'm like, God, I'm so glad Michael's going. I'm so glad Michael decided he got talked into going.
Absolutely. I mean, it. So we went to. Oh gosh, this was last year. Was it last year? It might have been last year. But anyways, Robin and I went to New Orleans, and she booked a burlesque show in New Orleans, and that, yeah, it was something else, and yeah, I was like, it was a lot of fun.
No, never seen. I don't even know what an actual burlesque. I've seen what is the movie with Christina Aguilera and Cher?
Moulin Rouge.
Yes. So I love that show. So absolutely love it. But I'm guessing it's pretty
It gets, I mean, you're
rated.
odds are you're probably going to see a titty. I think I probably did. I mean, there was one guy who was in drag. I mean,
God.
oh, there was a guy. Oh yeah, there was a guy there too. Oh, you're in New Orleans. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No.
Oh, Yongie. Oh, Yongie, you haven't.
I have been nowhere in the past over 5 years at preparing for my mom. So
Yeah, you are correct.
So
You are correct.
now I'm free to go.
I would strongly suggest New Orleans. But, I mean, plus the food there is so amazing. I mean, we got really good food here in Dallas. And speaking of which, obviously you being Korean, and you talked about, Korean barbecue. That is how I believe you were able to convince my wife to say, hey, we need to go to a Korean barbecue place or whatever. And I believe
It's still be gone though.
we haven't gone. It was her.
Gone or
We went to this, you cook your own stuff on this little skillet thing. And she loved it. She was like, this is so good.
still need to go.
I love like how she's wanting to try stuff like that. Because before she was like, no, Chick-fil-A. This is what I want. You gotta. I mean, if a woman knows what she wants, she knows what she wants.
Yeah.
That is very true. But it was like, but it's
Korean food is the best. If anybody has ever given the chance to try Korean food, please do it. Do it. It's
really good.
good.
It's kind of weird cutting up meat with scissors. I know Koreans they cut meat with scissors, but it's just weird. But I'm not used to it. I'm used to having a big knife, and that's just me being a red-blooded Texan. But it is Italian Texan. Yes. On top of that,
You are Italian.
Italians will not use scissors for anything. We do not believe in that. But it is so cool. Like, so we'll go there. What is it called? I forget the proper name of it, but we were in Addison or Carrollton or something like that.
Probably Carrollton, I guess. That's like little Koreatown.
Definitely Carrollton, because everywhere we looked there was Korean some everywhere. If it wasn't a food place, it was Korean supermarket and it was so cool. But like, we went there and we ate all kinds of. They have like this hot thing, and like in the middle of your table, and you put your meat on there, and then your meat sticking to there, and what meat sticking there, yeah, exactly, and you cry, and because you didn't cook.
But you just ask for more and start again. That's a good thing. If you burn it, so what? You get more.
Yeah,
You get more meat.
exactly. So that was really cool. Yeah, we definitely need to
We need to
go
do that
there.
again. We all need to get together and just make a trip.
Yes, I would.
We could do that.
I'm not opposed to that by any means.
Well, it all depends on how much we eat on Sunday, because that's a brunch thing. But we could always just hang around Arlington or wherever and then go to the Korean restaurant there.
I'm not opposed
They
to
have
that.
they have a buffet one.
You know what? It's incredibly uncomfortable though after we go to the drag show and he sees all these dudes with probably like he's that are really well endowed. We could go get hot dogs,
Oh my God.
That would make him a little uncomfortable, wouldn't it?
Probably.
That would make him
For a lot of it.
you know what? But then you could be like, I really enjoy this really big wiener, though.
That is something Dustin would say
Yes, the Wheezy's wiener, which if you have not had that here in Waxahachie, it's strongly advisable for you guys to try it. I mean, he would be more than happy to give you his wiener. I had it today. Had one as well. I mean, his wieners are very tasty.
My
The-
favorite.
See, so I get the. See, I didn't know that I like sauerkraut until I had sauerkraut from on his hot dog. And I will eat sauerkraut. Yes. Yes, I did not know sauerkraut was German. Your husband was like, I'm German. I eat sauerkraut on everything. I'm like, oh, well, I just now enjoy it now. So right on.
Okay.
Yes. But, oh gosh, here. So I guess we can go ahead and we can wrap up this podcast. Yeah.
It might need to have a continuation. I'm just like,
I would-
we could just keep going on and on, Michael. So I think that's what Clara said, didn't he? Didn't he tell you that?
Oh, he was like, you're going to get Yongie for about 5 hours. And like, so, like, we can't.
There
quite
was so
do-
much more
Yes.
we could talk about. I didn't suck at my mom that much.
We didn't eat
Did I tear of her?
No, so there's definitely going to be continuation for sure. So we had well, Rodney, he's been on the show a few times now,
Mhm.
and then but no, we definitely need to. We got to keep
Yes.
Yongie in rotation for sure. And this is fun, right? Like it is fun. Like you get to go, you get to talk. But
I love to talk, so.
I mean, and plus you got the voice of an angel. When you go do some karaoke, and so yeah, heck yeah, this is fun. I really enjoyed it. And
Thank you. Too.
I guess I think Clarence and Robin also enjoyed being away from us for a time period. So yeah, they probably were like, heck yeah, they can go do whatever.
It was nice though. They kept checking on us to make sure we did or did not need another beer.
Yeah, like whenever I normally get somebody, wow, but I get somebody come by and go through the glass on this, I just get a middle finger and they walk back. And then they're like, hey, would you like something to drink? And I'll be like, yeah. And I get the middle finger and they walk off. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not getting anything. I'll stay here parched. But yeah, but yes, Yongie, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for
This was
having me.
absolutely it was fun, and yes, we were gonna. Don't think, guys, if you enjoyed Yongie, and even if you didn't enjoy Yongie, you're gonna get her again. So
Just please like this podcast or whatever.
yeah, throw the podcast a like. I'm on the Facebooks. We're on Spotify. Actually, I got flagged as spam on Instagram.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I made a deal, and they're like, "This is spam." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think this was spam, but this was really me." So yeah, but anyways, guys, if tell what you guys like, what you don't like, whatever. You can't like Yongie. Like Yongie's like most likable person I ever met in my life. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for so much stopping by, Yongie. Thank you for doing this, and we'll see you guys next time.